Man, do we have a lot to talk about today. We're talking about new parks. We're talking about IRL parks, real life parks coming to NBA 2K26. They've announced the new city, should be smaller and way more accessible. There's a whole new storyline in MyCareer, and there's just so much more to get into. The very first courtside report has officially released. We finna get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the video.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
What's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. A new city with new parks. Wouldn't it be great to get back on the park scene? Oh, I used to love park. It's all I used to play. But over the last few years, 2K has gone away from basketball pretty much. And these parks got giant mech robots roaming through it. For NBA 2K26, they've already announced we're getting IRL parks, some popular, well-known street ball courts. That's something the 2K community has been asking for as long as I can remember. We'll be able to go out to the park and take it back to basketball, take it back to gritty. And I just can't wait to see what 2K has in store for us. During the Twitch live stream, they also talked about making the city more accessible, as the city seems intimidating to a lot of players, not knowing which way to go. This may mean a smaller city, and it also may mean that we can get to where we want to go through the menus. Either way, it's going to be a quality of life improvement. I know a lot of you guys out there watching want 2K to get rid of the city altogether. One more thing I want to mention before diving into the very first courtside report for NBA 2K26. 2K announced new leaderboards. If you so happen to make it onto the leaderboards, if you take that top spot, 2K is going to give you guys a 12-foot statue of your MyPlayer for whoever's on the top of the leaderboards for that particular day. This means that anybody that joins that particular game mode is going to see this gigantic 12-foot statue of you. I don't know, y'all. It seems like 2K is providing them solutions to a lot of concerns that the community had. I don't want to waste you guys' time, so let's dive into this courtside report. All right, y'all, so here it is. The first courtside report for NBA 2K26. It starts out saying the road to NBA 2K26 starts here. Get a sneak peek at some of the new features coming in 2K26. And you guys will be able to learn when to expect more gameplay and more game mode details. I don't like the font that they used here. It makes it kind of hard to read or follow along, but I start at the very top. It says, it's been a long and exciting journey to this point, and we couldn't have reached it without you. Our team at Visual Concepts has listened carefully to community feedback and applied these learnings in earnest. Over the next few weeks, leading up to early access starting August 29th and the global launch on September 5th, we'll unveil new features, enhancements, and innovations coming to 2K26 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2. And they're going to be delivering this from a renewed focus on skill-based gameplay to fresh and authentic storytelling and much more. They talked about a new storyline for MyCareer, and now we'll scroll down to the very first news you guys could expect to receive the week of July 28th. It says rewarding skill-based gameplay. It says we prefaced it in the introduction, but this year in NBA 2K26, we really wanted to hone in on rewarding skill-based gameplay, where your actions on the sticks fully control and translate to the outcomes you see in game. You'll feel this point of emphasis across multiple gameplay areas, including shot outcomes, blocks, steals, loose balls, and rebounds. It goes on to say higher difficulties, including most competitive multiplayer modes, will play with green or miss jump shot timing this year to yield the high-end competitive atmosphere. Based on community feedback, shot meters and dunk meters both show you your green windows, similar to NBA 2K24. Layup timing is permanently enabled to separate skilled finishers and make those highly contested finishes at the rim even more spectacular and impressive. Shooting is going back to the way it was on 2K24, at least for the shot meters. I'm just hoping that Mike Wang has done away with the shifting green windows and the unnecessary difficulties we had in shooting in NBA 2K25. I'm hoping we can go away from that with a new experience on 2K26. It says here, new tools for offense and defense. Get ready to elevate your game and feel the pulse of the pros with new moves that empower you with deeper control in the post and more control and customization over how you attack the rim. Lock down the paint and stay in perfect position with improved player-to-player contact on the floor and in the air. It also says with improved footwork and defensive counters for a truly competitive experience. Now, one thing 2K is good at is adding fluff. 2K's #1 line item is marketing. They'll be able to sell water to a well or fire in hell. They're just good good at this stuff. And considering what they are attempting to market to us with improved gameplay mechanics and the verbiage that they're choosing to use here, it tells me that they have been hearing the community complaints about 2K25. So now we know that they're aware of the consensus of complaints that players had on 2K25, but will they be able to execute a proper solution for 2K26? That's still yet to be determined. Again, these gameplay details I just covered will be revealed the week of July 28th. And on the week of August 4th, we get MyPlayer Builder information. Starts out saying, we know how important the process of creating your MyPlayer is, which is why we've added more depth and quality of life improvements to the builder to help you better understand the type of build you're making. It goes on to say, with new advanced tools like the ability to preview unlockable body types and more, the MyPlayer Builder is packed with upgrades designed to give you more context, more control, and more ways to create your perfect build. And that was titled Build with New Insights. Next one down says, fresh playstyles year round. The MyPlayer Builder in NBA 2K26 doubles down on everything the community loved in 2K25 and more. Cap breakers return with big improvements alongside even more new ways to improve upon your build that reward smarter progression and give you new ways to evolve your playstyle all year long. Maybe they'll give us additional cap breakers or new ways to get those cap breakers. One thing I know is that Cap Breakers was a tremendous success. It kept players engaged and enticed, continuing to strive to play more and get more. I love that we were able to kind of make adjustments to our build, opening up new ways to get badges and animations. It was just dope. Moving on down to where it says MyPlayer Build Diversity. The MyPlayer Builder has been balanced to ensure that all heights, short and tall, can be effective on the court and encourage more build diversity. Overall, the MyPlayer Builder remains intuitive for beginners, but veteran players can dive deeper into creating their perfect build. And it goes on to say, August keeps the ball rolling with the full MyPlayer Builder courtside report, expanding on the aforementioned new insights, fresh play styles, and build diversity with a host of other new enhancements coming to the MyPlayer Builder. Now, don't get your hopes too high. I think visually, the MyPlayer Builder is going to look the same, but there's going to be probably new, like we were talking, Uncle Demi mentioned in his video, height cap restrictions being removed. So there's going to be new thresholds to me, as there are in every new 2K. Moving on to MyTeam information for the new upcoming game, NBA 2K26. It says the full reveal is the week of August 11th. It goes on to say, this is what I thought was dope too. It's a party in Triple Threat. Triple Threat Park returns to take over a new location with a whole new vibe, with new ways to play alongside or against your friends. Squad up with your +1, go head-to-head in various formats, and with community feedback in mind, earn even more collection-improving rewards throughout Triple Threat Park. Also, they mentioned, I saw this in the courtside report, King of the Court was only a 4-hour event in NBA 2K25. They're looking to extend that in NBA 2K26, and it's going to be a weekend-long event. Based on community feedback, King of the Court presented by AT&T is now accessible to compete for weekly cash prizes. You guys could win up to $10,000 by playing King of the Court. Each King of the Court event will take place during a full weekend window, extending beyond the previous limited 4-hour time slot on Saturdays. This is the week of August 11th. Now on to MyCareer information. That information is going to be revealed the week of August 18th. A whole new storyline is coming for MyCareer players. It's called Out of Bounds. NBA 2K26's immersive MyCareer prelude story takes players where they've never gone before in Out of Bounds. Watch your draft stock rise as you outshine your opponents, but there are now more consequences to story games and choices. If you don't complete all the objectives in game, your agent might not be able to secure the best opportunities for you. So now, you know, all those, for me, they were a nuisance, but those multiple choice things that they give you in MyCareer, well, now there's going to be consequences to this stuff and challenges that you're going to have to meet, where otherwise will create a different type of path for your MyPlayer. I don't know how in-depth, it sounds fairly vague. I don't know how in-depth NBA 2K intends to go with that, but it'll definitely be a nice change to have consequences for your actions. And in this portion where it says, where will you go in the NBA draft? Now you guys can retain the option to choose to be drafted or select your team when you make your MyPlayers. It says here, this year, your MyPlayer can go through the draft process and be drafted based on your performance and how well you fit each team's positional needs. Let faith run its course to see where you get drafted, or bet on yourself and conduct a private workout for the team you want to control your destiny. get drafted the traditional way, or choose where you want to go. The decision is yours. MyCareer information being revealed the week of August 18th. Now on to MyNBA. It says here, celebrate your championship properly with dynamic banners in NBA 2K26. I saw the Twitch live stream, and what they're talking about here is as you win a chip, there's a designated area in every single arena, no matter which team you're on. The devs have created a designated area for you to put up banners. So as you guys continue winning chips, you'll see more banners going up in your arena. 2K26 is also going to offer you guys unranked MyGM. Take command of the NBA franchise as a general manager in MyGM and import custom rosters and draft classes to fine-tune your preferences in the new unranked MyGM option. MyNBA information, the full reveal takes place the week of August 18th. And now to some of my favorite information, the city. The full reveal comes the week of August 25th. It goes on to say NBA 2K26 welcomes Gen 9 players, and these are for players who play on next-gen consoles or new-gen consoles, your PlayStation 5, your Xbox Series X and S. The city is even more intimate and accessible than its predecessor, with all points of interest well within reach to get you on the court significantly faster. And that's a good quality of life improvement for me. This city in NBA 2K25 was just fine, but I only went from the main station in the middle of the city to my MyCourt or to the rec center. I primarily played in the rec center in NBA 2K25, so it wasn't an inconvenience for me. But if you were like running around the city, it may have proved to be a little too large for you to get where you want to go quickly. In NBA 2K26, they're announcing that it's going to be more accessible, and I imagine some of that may mean easier ways to fast travel or getting to where you want to go through the menu. That'll be dope. It also says here, the park gets a makeover, soaking all the urban beauty in NBA 2K26's new park designs, which are focused on more natural and grounded scenery, like courts you might find in the real world, based on community feedback. Plus, new lighting improvements and fixed time of day will reduce harsh shade and sunlight. How many of you guys have gone into a park in NBA 2K25 and some years before that? It gives you the illusion that the time of day is changing, and then you get these extremely harsh shades completely darkening one side of the court, and then the other side of the court is just way too bright. I don't know how 2K got the lighting wrong with that. It's like the most simple games and single player games get lighting right. NBA 2K couldn't get that right. But anyway, I'll continue on. It says more ways to flex in the city. This is what I was telling you guys about with the 12-foot statue. Let's see if they talk about it here. Own the spotlight in the city with all new mode leaderboards that shine a light on not only your rank, but also the players with the most wins in multiplayer modes like the theater and the rec. Also, the top player from each mode will have a 12-foot statue of their MyPlayer built outside that mode's building, and it'll be updated daily to give recognition to that day's star. That sounds dope. I can't front. If you're at the top of the leaderboards, whether you play in the rec or the theater, you have the opportunity to get a 12-foot statue. That is definitely a huge flex. This means everybody that's walking around that area is going to see a 12-foot statue of your MyPlayer. Hopefully they have the name on the statue of your MyPlayer. Before the city opens its doors, we're going to give you the full tour at the end of August, just in time for early access starting August 29th. The city full reveal the week of August 25th. Now, I gotta admit, y'all, all of this stuff sounds great, but without the gameplay functioning properly as it should, all of this additional fluff could easily collapse within itself. I've been let down far too many times over the last 5 years by NBA 2K games, and although I want to remain as optimistic as possible for the release of NBA 2K26, I'm still just proceeding with caution, not getting my hopes too high, and just waiting to get that additional feedback in the coming weeks. Will 2K finally be able to deliver the type of gameplay we know that they're capable of making? That's still yet to be determined, but the second that we get any additional information about NBA 2K26, we'll be sure to upload here. As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts about all this stuff, so sound off in the comment section below. Are you excited about 2K26? Let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all. Tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K? Come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.